another first for a player from the Philippines. Pinoy Power. Is that what we're saying,
Pinoy
Alex?
Power!
Pinoy Power, let's
go!
Joining us on our Nearest Tennis Channel desk. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you, thank you.
Big time stuff there. We saw all the emotions at the end of this match. What was going through your mind?
So much, so much. I think at the end of the match, my legs just kind of buckled. They weren't working anymore. And yeah, it was an overwhelming wave of emotions, I guess. Yeah.
Great tennis, but I want to ask you too about playing on that court.
Yeah.
What did you notice? What did you take away from center court?
It was a very different experience for me from last year, because I think last year, before the match, I was really emotional because I was like, wow, the impact of this court. And I think before the match today, I think I was able to put myself in a mindset where it's still important. It's still a big match for me, but at the same time, it's like every other match, you know? So I think I had a good balance, yeah.
Talk more about the impact of the court. What does that mean to you?
I think it's just because this court has been the one that I've seen so many times, and you know, you're at the baseline before serving, and you can imagine all the scenes of everybody winning their Wimbledons there, and yeah, it feeds the dream.
I'm sure you know this. There were watch parties back in the Philippines. I'm so curious. We have player after player sort of try to resist pressure, rejects pressure. You have really sort of taken it on, and you represent this country, more than 100 million people, and you're cool with that. Where does that come from?
I think you have to face pressure head on, especially as a competitive athlete, and it's part of the job. And you know, the feeling of coming out of that pressure even stronger is like no other. But also, you know, you would rather, or I would rather, face it head on and know that I gave everything I had instead of run away from it, you know, and I feel like that's just the character that I have. Yeah.
You certainly did that today, Alex. We saw your dad, you know, your parents in the stands.
Yes.
I know your dad's always your first call after a match when he's not there.
Yes.
What was the conversation between you all after this match?
It was just a really long hug. I told them I was tired. They were like, you could have been, there's another situation where you could have been a lot more tired, which if I had lost. But yeah, it was really sweet.
Iga meant this as a compliment, but she said you really bothered her today, and you sort of adjusted the speeds and the spins, and sometimes you played fast, then you slowed it down. Is confusion a weapon of yours? Is that something you take pride in?
Confusion? Well, if they feel confused, I'll take it, right? I guess everyone's goal is to make the opponent uncomfortable, and I try to find my way around that.
Did you sense that across the net, that you were really, seemed like you were in her head a little bit?
I would hope so. I was in my head trying to, like, you know, try and pump myself up. But yeah, I think more than anything, it was just me trying to be brave and trying to be the one in control. And I know that's very difficult against Iga, so I had to give it everything I had.
Alex, there's a phrase on your sweatshirt.
Yeah.
It's also on the back of your visor when you're wearing that. What is it? What does it mean to you?
So it's a phrase in Tagalog, and it says, "Kapag lumago, hindi nahihinto." And it loosely translates to, when it grows, it cannot be stopped, or it's unstoppable. So more than tennis or an athlete, I think it refers to dreaming. And I've always been a really big dreamer. I've always been very ambitious. So I don't think there could be a better phrase to resonate with how I feel today.
You're a trailblazer from Philippines. I'm sure every time you play, first Filipino player. But one thing that also means is that there's not been a lot of exposure to Philippine tennis fans, and we're getting that with you. And one thing I've noticed, that there's very sort of gracious toward the opponent. There's a real sort of politeness. I wonder if your fans are a bit of a window into your country.
Ooh, I would guess so. I think my demographic of fans is primarily Filipino. But yeah, we're a very we're very happy people, and I think we have a great sense of community, and people tell me that a lot, that it in comparison to maybe other places or other fans, that they're very polite, and we are quite polite. We're pretty hospitable, so yeah.
A wonderful people.
Yeah.
This is your 5th week playing on the grass, Alex. I mean, some people just roll up here, don't play any matches before, and start at Wimbledon. You won a 125K the second week of Roland Garros.
Yeah, I did.
How would you characterize your growth on the surface?
Well, it's my second year doing really like a grass season, and the first year of doing it at this level. So the 500s, I went through the 500s. So I think I've learned a lot about myself, and a lot about how, more than myself on this surface, it's myself in general and my game, and how I've improved in the past year. So I'm really happy. I think I've had great results on grass even before today and before this week. So yeah, very happy.
Well, thanks for letting us learn a little bit more about you
Thank
today.
you, guys.
Always a pleasure to catch up with you, and
Thank
best
you
of luck
so
going
much.
forward, Alex.
Thank you.